Bonjour and welcome to Tunisia. This is the northernmost country of Africa, and we are right in the heart of the Medina of the capital city, Tunis. This place has amazing ornate yellow doors. It smells like the spice harissa and jasmine. It is seriously incredible to be walking through the Medina here. About 12.5 million people live in Tunisia, but surprisingly few of them are employed in global remote jobs. I'm here to meet with one of them though. Let's go say hi to Yahya. Yahya, hey.
Hello, how's it going?
Great, yeah, it's so nice to meet you.
Yes, likewise, Andrew.
Take a seat.
Thank you.
I can't believe I am here in Tunisia.
I know.
Well, I haven't seen very much so far. What do you hope I'm gonna see while I'm here?
Right now, we're in the heart of the capital, which is the Medina, or Old City. It's pretty much everything that defines us as a people, so to say.
So what's special about this place?
Well, for starters, there's the architecture. It speaks of the traditions of the Arab people in general and Tunisians specifically. You see it in our alleyways, you see it in the way the homes open up to each other. It speaks to the sense of community that we have. The Tunisian aspect is just so unique that you cannot find it anywhere else. So when you look at the marbles, you look at the historical sites, which are still open to the public right now, it is a totally unique story. So if you're coming here, the first thing I advise you to do is to let go of any prejudice, because you're going to have your boots knocked off. This is beautiful. Any notions you had before are going to be met and exceeded in the good aspect, hopefully.
It's a big promise.
It is, and I'm sure we can deliver.
Have you spent much time in the Medina?
Yes, actually, I did study here for several years in the Sadiki college. It is the first official school in Tunisia.
The first official school in Tunisia? That's really cool.
It was actually open in 1881.
That's about as old as my country.
That's several centuries worth of heritage in such a small place. But it hosted my dreams, my aspirations, and it helped me get to where I am.
So when you say your dreams, your aspirations, where does your story begin?
The one thing I wanted to do is to not live a life where I could not get what I wanted. Pretty much. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a jealous person, so I like to keep what I have, and I always like to get more. I want a lot from life, from the world, and most certainly from myself.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
Absolutely, and quite frankly, the chances in Tunisia were not that grand for what I had in mind. I did actually spend the last years of my high school in the Sadiki college, where I graduated with a math degree. After that, I studied to achieve a master's in business analytics. That said, I did not finish it, because at a certain point I decided that, hey, if I'm gonna get what I wanna get, I'm gonna have to work for it, literally.
So you decided out of the cauldron into the fire?
Pretty much, yes. Right after I got my baccalaureate, I started working. It did not go well. I suffered, I got scammed, I was paid pennies on the dollar. After some time, I landed my first remote job, and it was my first stable paycheck. Even though the money was not that great, it still was a lot better than what I had before. As it is, sometimes good things have to come to an end. Towards the end, I got into a professional disagreement with them regarding, quite frankly, metrics. And I decided to quit. And you know that leaving a job in the heat of the moment or due to passion usually entails some last-minute soul searching. I realized that, no, I do not want to be unemployed. I just achieved my own independence. I was fully independent, which is, quite frankly, very rare for people that are 23, 22 years old in Tunisia. And the most important part for me at that moment, panicking about my unstable independence and security, was, am I gonna make a stable paycheck? So I Googled customer support remote job. And lo and behold, the first result on Google was crossover. I saw the jobs, a customer support agent at Trilogy, and there was the yearly salary listed there in black and white. No guessing. No, we're gonna talk about it in the interviews. This is the job, this is what it entails, this is what we require from you, this is what we expect you to have. Everything was crystal clear. The job offer was almost 4 times as much as I made in my previous job.
So when someone is working in a remote job already and they see that there's another remote job with a similar skill set that pays 4 times more, like what goes through your mind in that moment?
Remember, I had no idea where I was going. I was hungry and I thought it was a scam. At the moment, I did think it was a scam.
Took it to be true.
Nonetheless, I said, why not? What's the worst that's gonna happen? I'm either gonna get in, the job's gonna be real, I'm gonna get in, the job's gonna be fake, or I'm not gonna get in.
You just thought it was worth trying.
It was worth trying, and it did distract me from my current troubles. In the end, everything got set correctly. I got my job offer. I signed my contract. I got in, and my life hasn't been the same since. I'm going to be honest with you. My job changed my life in ways and sped up my goal achieving. By this time, I'm 26 years old. I'm the only Tunisian in crossover. I'm gonna be frank with you. I offered the position to a lot of my friends because it is a life-changing opportunity. It was to me, and it still is.
That is absolutely extraordinary.
I am now a fully independent person. I have been married for 1 year now, and I just got my first car, and I own my house.
Let's talk about your job. What actually is your title?
Well, I started as an L1 customer support agent. This last year, I actually got promoted. Right now, I am a cyborg in the central support team of pathology.
A cyborg?
A cyborg is somebody who integrates AI, generative AI and AI in general in their day-to-day work at the company and gets it to do stuff for them. But that's a fancy way of saying AI first customer support agent. This promotion came with a whopping doubling of the salary. Well, with that kind of money, I could get a car.
So you were already on 4 times your previous job, and now you were on 8 times your previous job. So no wonder you bought a nice car. What do you do on a given day?
Various tasks. Most of them revolve around helping customers solve various technical issues. But the central support team handles over 80 products.
80 products. That is a lot. How many do you work on?
More than a dozen, give or take.
Wow.
Yes. A lot of our jobs involves curating knowledge bases.
So you're curating knowledge bases for other agents who are working to resolve support queries?
It's for myself because sometimes I solve something and then I forgot how I solved it. Quite frankly, it happened to me more than once. It's not a static job, it's ever shifting. There's something new happening every day. It's not, hello, you've reached customer service. No, every single day it's a new issue, but not the type that's gonna make you, pardon me, crawl up the wall or something. It's just, if you have what it takes for it, every single request is a puzzle.
So it's interesting, right? Because you work in customer support, so your customer is the end user, which is obviously incredibly critical, above all else, that they have a positive experience and a positive resolution. And I hear some skepticism from time to time from people talking about AI-based customer service as automaton robots that don't really help you. What's your perspective on that? Is AI-first customer support better or worse for the end user?
It is absolutely better, without question. At the start, I did not know how to use it, so I struggled with it, and it felt detrimental at the time. The more I learned, the more I started seeing it as an opportunity to do more work easier, so to say. Mm-hmm. Right now, I have an automation that's under my own name that makes handling tickets for a certain product a lot easier because it drops all the pertinent information for the requester as soon as they raise a request. It has shortened our ticket processing time considerably, but has increased the volume of ticket processing because what it would take an agent 30 minutes to do takes AI 5 seconds. Once it's fully automated. Other than that, it gave me a specific insight into things. The way that I process information has changed. Instead of going over 5 different documents, for example, trying to look for a needle in a haystack, I feed those documents to a personalized AI or a custom GPT, so to say. I ask it to do a search at something for me and it helps. Quite frankly, it's not just my job. It bled in from my job into my day-to-day life.
Yeah.
For example, I got a new car. I did not want to read the 600-page manual. I fed it to my personal ChatGPT assistant, and whenever I want to ask about something, I ask it. It tells me what to do or what to look for, and I'm free to enjoy the ride instead of fumbling with the buttons.
Chattable manuals are the future.
Yeah, absolutely.
What would be your advice for a young person, maybe from Tunisia or nearby, who is inspired by your story? What should they do?
Don't let adversity take you down or slow you down. You have to push through thick and thin to the point where you get where you want to be. That's it. It doesn't hurt to be direct. It doesn't hurt to know what you want and how you want to get it, but it does hurt to just want to do it and not actually work towards it.
Very, very good advice. It's clear that your success as someone who was growing up here in Tunisia and just wanting to not be 40 living in their parents' house, to someone who has managed to get a job that pays 8 times more than their previous one. All of that success is because of you, because of your mindset, because of your hard work. And I wish nothing but the best for your future.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Yahya.